Hello everyone, we have successfully completed the SQL Server playlist, and from now we are going to start a new playlist which is SQL Server based question. In this playlist we are going to solve hands-on tutorials for some queries, and we are going to write queries for those questions and solve them. So as a first part, today we are going to see a scenario, and based on certain tables we are going to solve few queries. So let me explain the scenario and the tables available for us. So today's scenario, we are going to take a transactional scenario. So we have customers, and we have a product and their categories along with the region and their sales data. So for this we have totally 5 tables, which are the customer table. So this customer table contains all the information about the customers, the customer ID, the customer name, and next the product table. The product table contains the product ID, product name, and their price. So then a category table. So the group of products are grouped into a category. So we have a separate table for the category, which contains the category ID and the category name. And we have a region table which contains the region informations along with the region ID. And finally we have the sales transactions. So what which customer has ordered how many products, and the sales date they have ordered along with the region ID and the category ID. So sales transaction table is going to be the fact table for us, which is the transactional table, and rest of 4 are dimension tables. And we are going to take few questions for this scenario, and based on these 5 tables we are going to solve those queries. So first let me explain all the questions one by one. So our first question is to identify the top selling product in terms of total quantity sold for each region. So in this question we need to identify the product which has been sold highest quantity in each region. So a particular region has a certain product which has sold highest number. So we need to find those products in each region. So let us find those things in our SSMS. So let us see the next question. So in the second question we are going to calculate the total sales for each product categories. So I have already said that the category table contains the informations about the category ID and category name. So in the category we have grouped the products into certain category. If we have fiction novels, scientific novels, then it comes under the book category. Likewise we are going to find the total sales, that is the revenue generated for the each product category. And then the third question is to write a SQL query to find the top loyal customers based on the total amount spent by them. So we need to find the top 3 loyal customers for the sales transaction that has been happened. Along with the customers we need to display the preferred item that the customers has bought so many times. So we are going to calculate the top 3 customers along with their preferred products. So finally our fourth question is to write a SQL query to calculate the total sales for each month across each region and the product category. So we need to find the total revenue for the every month of the year, and we need to group that with the region and product category based. So we need to display the result set in a chronological order. Chronological order is nothing but we need to display based on the year, and then based on the month, and then based on the region, and so on. So now you can understand our scenario is based on a sales transaction where a customer and a product details has been and we have a transactional data where the customer bought a item has been registered. So we are going to solve these 4 questions based on those 5 tables available for us. So now let us get into the SSMS and solve these queries. So here I have connected inside my SQL Server, and we have already created a scenario DB, and under this DB I have provided all the 4 questions that we have seen in the slides. So when I open this database, let me open the tables folder. Here you can find all the 5 tables. So let me select one by one and show you the records available in each table. First you can see this customer table. So this contains the information about the customers. So here you can see we have the customer ID, the customer name, and their registration date. So we have the customer information inside our customer table. Next, let us see the product table. So now when I execute this, you can see we have the product ID along with the product name and the each category ID. So this contains the product details. Let me copy this and paste it here. Let's remove this and let us select this category table. So this category table contains the category ID and category name. So this primary key has been mapped as a foreign key for this product table. So we are grouping certain products into specific category. So this category table contains the category information, and let us select this region table. So for us, these four tables are dimensional tables which contains the informations about particular entities. Here you can see we have region ID, region name along with their country. So finally we have the transactional data in the sales transaction table. Let me copy this. So when I execute this, here you can see I have the transaction ID along with the product ID. This product ID will map to the product ID in the product table, and we have the customer ID. This customer ID has been mapped to the customer table, and we have region ID mapped to regions table, and we have the sales date, the quantity, unit price and the cost price. So now based on these 5 tables, we are going to solve these 4 queries. So first we need to find the top selling product in terms of total quantity sold for each region. For this, first we can find the total quantity sold for each region. For this, first let me select this transactional table which contains all the information about the transactions that has been happened. So let me paste it here, and for this I need the product details. So let me join this table with the products table. Let me provide the join and provide the table here. So let us take this as alias name ST for sales transaction and this as P, and here we need to provide the on condition. So I am going to map the product ID from the sales transaction table to the product ID in the product table. So here we got the sales data along with the product data. So here based on this ID we can find which product has been sold. So I need the region based data. So let me join the region table here. So let me copy this region table and paste it here. Let me take this as R and provide the join condition. I am going to select the region ID from the sales transaction and map it to the region ID from the region table. So here we have joined all these 3 tables to get the total sales for each region. So here I need to find the region name. So let me provide the region name in the select statement. Along with this I need to find the display the product name. So let me filter the product name here. So again I need the total price for the each product that is sold for the each region. So here I am going to calculate the total quantity sold. So let me use the sum function here. I am going to sum the quantity that has been sold. So let me provide sales transaction quantity column over here and take this as total quantity sold. So here you can now select this. So we have provided the aggregation function. So we need to provide the group by condition. So let me provide the group by condition over here. We need to group based on the region name and the product name. So let me provide here. And now when I execute this query, you can see I got the region name along with the product name and total quantity sold. So I don't need this information, I only need the top sold quantity. So to find that we can create another column along with this to find the highest one. So for this here I can add a row number. So row number is a Windows function which can be used to assign a unique number to each row. So let me provide the row number function, and we need to provide the over class for this row number function. I'm going to partition the data by the region ID from the region table. So let me provide the region ID over here, and I'm going to order the value by the sum of the quantity that I have calculated over here. So I'm going to calculate the quantity and I'm going to order this descending. So the highest quantity has been arranged to highest quantity to the lowest quantity, and let me take this as rank value. So now when I execute this, so we need to provide the region ID. So it is not mentioned in either group by or aggregation, so we need to provide that in the group by condition. When I execute this, you can see I got the region name along with the product name and the total quantity sold. I have provided the row number for each group, that is the each region. So for the North America, I have a laptop sold 4 and t-shirt sold 2, fiction books sold 2 and football sold 2. So out of this, the laptop is the most sold product, so I need to filter the value 1 which is present in this column. So to filter this out, let me take this into a CTE. So to provide a CTE, let me provide the with condition with region sales, and let us provide the as command and open this and close it here. So now we have created a CTE for us, and I am going to select the top 1 values from this CTE. Let me provide the select statement over here. I'm going to select the data from this CTE region sales. So let me provide this over here. So from this, I'm going to apply the where condition, where I need to filter out the rank value is 1. So we have seen the rank value 1 is the highest sold product for each region. So from this, I need only the region name and the product name along with the total quantity sold. So let me provide the in the select statement. So let me provide this along with the total quantity sold. So when I select this, now you can see I got totally 6 regions along with the highest quantity product sold and the sold count. So we have first provided a rank row number, unique number for each row, and we have filtered out the top 1 value for each region, and we have finally displayed the region along with the product name and the total quantity sold, which is the highest total quantity sold for each region. And for the second question, we need to calculate the total sales for each product category. So let me take this, and we can select this transaction table. So this transaction table contains all the transaction information. So here I need to filter out the value based on the category. So to filter out the category, we need to join the product table and category table along with this sales transaction. So for this, let me provide the join condition. I'm going to join the product table along with this sales transaction. So let me provide the table here. Let me take this as ST and the products table as P, and let me provide the join condition ST dot product ID mapping to the P dot product ID, and let me provide the join condition again to join the category table. So let me copy this and paste it here. Let me take this category table as C and provide the on condition for this on P dot category ID mapping to the C dot category ID. So this contains all the information about the transaction along with the product details and the category detail. From this, we need to find the total quantity sold, total amount sold for the each category, not for the each product. We need to find for the each category. So from this select statement, I'm going to filter out the category name. So this will give me the category name, each category name. So again I need to compute the amount. So let me select this sales transaction table. Here you can see I have the quantity and the unit price. So by multiplying the quantity and the unit price, we can get the total sales amount. So here I'm going to provide sales transaction dot quantity. I'm going to multiply this with the sales transaction dot unit price. So once multiplying this, let me provide the sum, so we can find the sum of the value for each product sold. Let me take this as the total sales. So now we have provided a aggregation function, so we need to group the value. So I'm going to provide the group by class here, and we need to group the value based on the category name. So when I execute this now, you can see I got 5 categories, and the total sales for each category has been displayed along with the category name. So we have again completed the second question, which is to calculate the total sales for each product category. For this, we have joined the sales transaction table along with the product table along with the categories table, and we have mapped the product ID from the sales transaction with the product ID in the products table, and here we have mapped the category ID from the product table to the category table. So then we have provided the aggregation function to calculate the sum of the total sales amount, and we have grouped the value based on the category name. So we have find the total sales amount for each category. So let us get back to the third question. So in this question, we have to calculate the top 3 loyal customers for the transaction that has made, and we need to display the top 3 customers along with the product that they have purchased. For this, we are going to select this transaction data base transaction table. Let me take this as ST. I'm going to join this with the customer table. So here we need to find the customer data. So let me provide the customer table here. So let us take this as C. Let me provide the on condition on st dot. We have the customer ID over here, and mapping to the customer ID. So now I got all the transaction details along with the customer details. So here I need to find the customer along with their total amount spent. So in this, let me select the c dot customer ID along with the customer name, and then need to calculate the amount. So just like in the previous query, we are going to multiply the quantity into the unit price. So by this we can calculate the sales amount, and we are going to calculate the sum of the amount. So let me provide the sum function here. After this, we can take this as total amount spent. So now we need to provide the group by condition, because we have provide the aggregation function in the select list. I'm going to group the value based on this customer ID and the customer name. So let me select this now. Here you can see the customer ID, customer name along with their total amount spent for the transaction, and from this I need to assign a rank for this column, that total amount spent. So from that I can calculate the topmost 3 customers who have spent the total amount. So here along with this, let me provide the rank function, which is a dense rank. Let me provide the dense rank, and I'm going to provide. So for dense rank is also a window function which will assigns the rank based on the column that we have provided along with the condition. So just like in the rank function, we can use the dense rank but in rank function we skip the rows when it has the same value, but in dense rank we don't skip any values. So along with this, let me provide the over condition. Over order, I'm going to order the value based on the total amount spent. So let me spend. So we have find out the rank value for each customer. So from this we are going to filter out the top 3 customers, and we are going to display the product they have purchased frequently along with this data. So let me take this in a CTE. Let me provide the with command. Along with this, I am going to give a name for this. Let me take this as customer spending. Let me provide the ask command and open this and close it here. So we are going to select the value from this customer spending. So let me provide select start from this customer spending, and I'm going to join this data along with the sales transaction. So we can join based on the customer ID, and we are going to filter out the product they have purchased the most. So in the select statement, I'm going to filter the top 3 values, and from here let me provide the name for this. Let me take this as customer spending CS and sales transaction as ST, and provide the on condition here. I'm going to map the CS dot customer ID to in this table I'm going to map with the ST dot customer ID. Along with this, I'm going to join the product AB. We provide join the products AB. Let me take this as P and provide the on condition. I'm going to join the product ID from this table to the product ID from the product table, and finally I'm going to join the category table, so I can find the which category they have purchased the most. So let me provide this here and take this as C and provide the on condition P dot category ID to the C dot category ID. So here I need to filter out the top 3 values. So I can provide the where class to filter out if it is greater than or equal to the 3 rank values. So I need only the rank values when it is less than or equal to 3. So I need to provide the alias name. So again I need to order the value based on the total amount spent. So I'm going to order the value based on the CS dot total amount spent. I'm going to order this descending. So from this select statement, I'm going to display the customer name. So let me take this from CS dot customer name. This will provide me the customer name, and along with this, I'm going to display the total amount spent by this customer. So let me provide CS dot customer amount total amount spent. Along with this, I'm going to display the category name that they have purchased the most. So now let us select this whole query and let me execute this now. Here we got the values customer John Doe has repeated. So to avoid these things, we are going to group the value. So here I am going to group the value based on this customer name, transaction amount, and the category name. So now let us execute the whole query. Here you got the result. Jane Smith, John Doe, and Sophia are the top 3 loyal customers who spent 4,800 for this transaction, and we have displayed the category ID they have purchased the most along with the customer name. So for this, first we have selected the value the total amount spent by the each customer, and we have provided a rank value for those spendings from highest spending to the lowest spending, and we have took this in a CTE, and from the CTE we have filtered the top 3 most customers, and we have displayed the category name, which is the product category they have purchased the most, and we have ordered the value descending, so the top most spending has been listed to the lowest value. So let us take this, and finally let us solve the 4th question. So here we need to find the revenue for each month and based on the year, along with this region details and the product category details. So first, for this, let us take the sales transaction table. So this contains all the transaction details. Along with this, I need the product and the category, so I can display the category details. So let me provide the product table here. Let me take this as ST and this as P, and provide the on condition ST dot product ID to the product dot product ID, and again I am going to join the category table. So let me provide this here, take this as C, and provide the on condition on P dot category ID mapped to the C dot category ID. So we have joined these tables, and we need the region informations. So let me join the region table here. Let me provide this region table here, take this as R, and finally I am going to provide the on condition st.region ID mapped to the region.region ID. So here we got all the values, which is the transaction details along with the product and category details and the respective region for those transactions. So from this I am going to display the value of the total sales amount based on the chronological order. So let me take this star out from here. From the select query, I need to display the year first. So I am going to select the transaction date, which is the sales date from this sales transaction table, and I am going to filter out the year from this date. We can use the year function for this and take this as sales year, and then we need the month. So let me provide the month function, and let us pass the sales date inside this month. Let me provide the as condition sales month. So for this, if we need the month name, let us take the date name function and let us pass the month value here, and along with the date, which is the sales date. And now we can take this as month name. Just enclose this in a square bracket. So along with this, I need the region details and a category detail. So let me provide the r dot region name, and along with this I need the c dot category name. So we need to calculate the total sales amount. So actually we will calculate the value based on the quantity multiplied with the amount that have, and along with the unit price. So let me take this unit price here. So we need to find the sum of the total amount. So let me provide the sum function here, and let us take this as the total sales. So we need to arrange the order based on the chronological manner. So we have provided a aggregation function over here. So let us take these things inside the group by class. We provide group by based on the year, month, and the region name and the category name. So along with this, I am going to provide the order by condition I'm going to order the value first based on the year and then based on the month. So finally, let me execute this query. So the sales date on the transaction table is invalid. So let me select this sales transaction table. So here now let us execute the whole query. Now when I execute this, you can see I got the sales year, then the sales month along with the month name and the region that has been involved in the sales, and the category name, which product category has been sold, and the total sales amount. So we have displayed in the chronological order along with the year, and based on the year, based on the month, for the region and the category, product category. So we have displayed the total sales amount. So I hope you have understood the scenario and all those 4 questions that we have solved. So if you are new to this playlist, please, I highly recommend you to watch all the videos in the SQL Server playlist so you can understand the upcoming videos better. Please subscribe to the channel and watch all the videos. Please share it with your friends. Thank you for watching.